for a little bit so we can start the video?
What are you talking about? I don't talk much.
It'd be way easier
Talk
that
all
way.
the time.
Everybody
Hurry
else
up.
figure you talk anyways.
Oh, Jesus. And we're back, guys. We're back with another Night Brothers vid this week. Every single Thursday, live on Twitch. Galactic Legend Heinzie. You don't want to miss it. Hell of a time. Great vibe in chat right now recording this. If you're brand new to this channel, please smash that subscribe button. It really, really helps us grow this absolutely awesome channel. We have the absolute star from the Sons of Tatooine with that big, 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 beautiful beard of his, Hershey. Hello, mate. How are you, brother? What's going on, man?
Oh, not too much, man. Just riding the bantha, chilling,
Like
hanging
a
out,
bantha.
doing my thing. Now, lots to do this week, man. TW, Gang,
Yeah.
Conquest.
Heck of a lot
Road
to
ahead.
take.
You had a big weekend.
It's all happening, mate.
I
It's
don't
all
like
happening.
it, man. Too much to do.
And
I
we
need
also,
a weekend off.
we also have the sexy little beast who's trying to grow a beard and failing miserably. Hello, Lego. How are you, brother? What's going on? What's
I
happening?
think you're talking about yourself. Don't put me in the same boat as you.
Has overrated, you clown. How's Padme? You looking after her for me?
Yeah, she's good.
Good boy. That's
good.
what we love. That's fantastic, mate. Great to have you here. But you're right,
Oh, yeah.
guys. We have a lot to unpack. We're trying not to drag this video out as much as possible. Let's start that off the rip. But there is a heck of a lot to cover. We got a lot to go through. But before we do, I just want to address something quickly, if I can. Obviously, we did the Mace release last week. CG put a post in there as well a few days later saying there was a change to the basic ability in that kit. And I just want to certainly apologise. Just want to fill everyone in with exactly what went down. Long story short is 24 hours before the release, I actually hit up the guys there and said, hey, are there any changes to the kit? Just want to know before we send it live in case they're going to make any changes. They came back and said, dude, we're all good. Everything's cool. We got it all locked in. You're ready to go. So that's fine. It was just an oversight. Straight up, that's what it was. If certainly we've annoyed anyone by that, I am sorry. We tried our hardest. We filmed that video 2 weeks prior to the actual release. So it wasn't something we did 5 minutes before. It was actually a couple of weeks. And things change from time to time. So I just want to be clear about that. And if we've upset anyone or anyone a bit angry at us, I am sorry, but these things happen,
Anyway.
guys. Subject to change.
It's
Straight
still
up.
really good. Let's be honest, 50% turn meter was stupid.
Yes.
That was ridiculous.
That's like, okay.
It's
We're just
exactly.
going to
Alright,
take
so I
infinite
can just-
turns.
It's
'cause
exactly
I
Yeah.
can just 3-man TB missions now, okay?
It was
Yeah.
pretty crazy. But guys, let's talk about the big topics. Let's get straight into it. We need to talk about the Executor. Firstly, I think we need to talk about that. Certainly, I think this has been a little bit overlooked, actually. In my
I
opinion,
think it's a bit swept under the rug with everything else coming out. Road ahead, dropping after the Mace rework this weekend. They're like, oh yeah, by the way, we're just gonna actually make Executor actually kind of harder to counter with these off meta.
Yeah,
things.
absolutely. So just to make people aware, this is a post that came out a few days ago. And long story short, if you have a look at the second last note here, updated executors, we only need to keep them from escaping special ability AI to target the weakest ally. So before, it was healing up Houndstooth, if I'm correct, fellas, in that move. It's now
Yeah.
going after the weakest ally that is out there, and that is a huge change, isn't it, fellas? That's that can be some. I mean, like, there's not enough RNG in this game as it is. That
Yeah.
really hurts that little bit more, doesn't it?
Like Executor isn't already a pain to counter when you're trying to use like First Order or Resistance or Rebels or whatever, Malevolence, just to make them be like, okay, now we're gonna make their AI a little bit smarter. Have fun. I think they're almost doing it because of how easy some of the First Order matches have become. How it's almost Heinzie proof.
It was Heinzie proof. I had no problem with it, so they had to go, all right, now, if Heinzie can do this, there's a problem. We need to fix this. I think that's pretty well
Hold
where
up,
it
wait
was
a
at.
minute. Something ain't right.
Something ain't right here, straight up. Yeah, it's certainly something to be aware of, guys. So But look out for some more RNG when it comes to taking on an Executor without an Executor. That's the thing.
Instead of
that's the cut and
2-shot,
thrust
now
of
it's
it.
4-shot. Let's go.
Yes, it will be more difficult. A lot of people would have found that in this GAC that we've just gone through this current round right now, but be prepared for it to be the same or even worse in future. So, guys, keep an eye out on that one. And I don't know if we're happy about this, but let us know in the comments below what you guys think. I personally... I'm not wrapped about it. I'm really not. I think Executor's disgusting. We really don't have a solid counter at this point in time. And I think really, honestly, it's driving the community mad. I think we need something that is a little bit more stable to take these out. If you're investing in new ships, for instance, of course, we know that the new Echelon came out. That ain't a cheap ship, boys. It's just not to get straight away. And
brother, that's the most expensive enchilada I've ever seen.
Absolutely. And I think that really, did we need to do it? Probably not, in my opinion. But anyway, let us know in the comments below what you guys think, because again, we really are interested in your thoughts. Something else that crossed our desk as well that we need to quickly talk about. This was something that our boy Pills brought to our attention. I'm just quickly looking for the note here, and our boy Pills, we all know our boy Pills. He's a star, huge supporter of our channel. This may be coming from someone else, I don't know, but I'm sorry if someone else has discovered this first, but this is where I first saw it, okay? So Pills has hit me up with a message. Just saw an interesting interaction with the new Mace rework as the tank on JMK team making a Mace single attack on JMK a bad idea in a mirror match. So Mace's new Vapad mechanic clears the taunt from Kenobi's leadership and replaces it with resilient defense, which can be dispelled, of course, by Snip's basic assist or Shark basic. That means that the whole team is exposed to a whirlwind from Cat. Don't think it's great. Not ideal if it's correct. And again, we're just going off the information we've got. So please don't hold us to ransom if we're incorrect. But this is the sort of thing that we're getting sent through to us now, fellas. So your thoughts on that, guys? That little note there. Are we on the mark there with that sort of information or not?
I'm not 100% sure. I haven't really played around with it to check it out. But judging from it, it seems like it's kind of removing that permataunt that Kenobi gets, or GK gets under Kenobi, and replacing it with his own, the Vapad mechanic that makes him kind of taunt. But since it's dispellable, it doesn't really seem like it's working right.
Yeah. So somehow it needs to be non-dispellable. I think that's probably the cut and thrust. Would that
yeah,
make it
but
better?
isn't it if he gets hit, he loses a stack?
Yeah, it loses a stack, but I think it's acting
if he
as
runs
it's
out of
cleansing
stacks.
it. I think it's cleansing it all the way off. I don't think it's just removing a stack.
Yeah, and I believe
I think it's like removing the whole thing completely instead of it being like the locked defensive things in Conquest or GCs where you just have to hit them 10 times and then it drops. It's just since it's dispellable, you're just straight up
it's
getting
not
rid of
it's
it.
not a lock buff.
Yeah,
It can be
you're
dispelled
just
straight
dropping
away.
them all in.
It's like if you dispel translation, you're not dispelling just one of the stacks, you're dispelling all three.
Yeah,
it's just getting rid of the whole buff being there.
That needs to be looked at, and I'm sure it will be. I'm sure that'll be
looked
looked
at.
at.
Interaction.
I'd say again, it's just some sort of an oversight, guys. But I'm sure that'll be looked at. But hey, be careful. Be careful if you're doing a mirror match. That's the cut and thrust
100%.
of it. There's a little bit of a
Gax on right now.
Just a
TW's on.
Yeah, just a quick FYI. Just be careful if you're doing a Kenobi mirror match. Be careful. You've been told straight up. It happened with Grid last night. I do remember actually seeing that on his stream. So it is actually an issue, but I believe it'll be resolved sooner rather than later. So stay tuned on that one, and we'll hear something, I'm sure, at some point very soon.
Essentially, you're not using Mace as a tank on JMK by the looks of it.
Yeah, straight up. All right, let's get down to it, guys. We've got to unpack, of course, the road ahead. We've got it all happening there. There was a lot to unpack, fellas. There really was. There was a lot going on in a good way. Let's be honest. It was a good one. It really was. Good stuff. GEC, of course. Razor Crest has a new home finally. Scavenger's doing some badass stuff too, which is pretty cool. And then, of course, we're getting a Green Inquisitor, but we'll talk about that in a second. But let's start with GEC, because we definitely need to talk about that one. I think that's probably... These days, especially, fellas, with GAC being as important as it is, I think that's probably the most important part these days of this particular road ahead. But tell me if I'm wrong, guys.
So some of the changes are really good. Most of them are really good. I'm waiting to see what they're saying about the mods, locking the mods in.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that I'm obviously more interested in because of all the remodding that I do.
Yes.
Especially when there's a GAC and a territory war lock on the same day. Can get a bit sort of crazy trying to make sure you got the right mods on. But it's saying so the way it was explained on Saturday or Friday night with the devs was that it would just lock at lock time. So at night, whatever your time, as soon as GSE rolled over to defense phase, it would save your mods at that time.
Yeah.
But then reading the road ahead today and looking at that image there that you're showing, resave roster. So that says to me that you can essentially lock in whenever.
Yes.
As soon as you hit that, it's basically saying that I'm locking my mods.
So it sounds like you join the event firstly, okay? In the past, once you join the event, your mods, everything you've done are locked in. If you haven't put a mod on the character, tough.
Can't change nothing.
That's it, right? That's all you've got. You got nothing to do with it. That's it. You're angry, you're frustrated, and you put up with it for the next week. The resave roster looks like that after you've hit the join button, you can hit the resave roster, and then it does another push. It looks like it does another push to update your roster, lock in your mods at any given time. I like this because that still at least makes sure that you hit the join button at the start and you're going to be part of the event. That's great.
Yep.
But you're not restricted to getting caught out by not remodding yet. You're still in the running, but you can still make your adjustments.
So just reading the road ahead, it says small but exciting change is after these changes, players will be able to sign up at any time.
Yes.
But then players can relock their roster at any time during sign up phase to update your GAC squads with the latest upgrades and mods.
Yeah. And
so that's good.
Gear.
And Z's got to put in chat. We're talking mods because
it's similar it's similar to territory wars. How okay, I'm gonna join in, so I make sure that I'm in, and then let me go do my changes or make any upgrades that I can make, and then I'm gonna jump back in and make sure that I join in with my new upgrades saved.
Yep. If you, for instance, have a couple of relic match, you get in an assault battle or something, that's enough to get you over the line to take it, say, from relic 6 to relic 7. As an example, you can do that, hit the resave roster button, and it locks in at 7. That is brilliant. I'm thrilled about this. This is something that we've been, not championing this particular format, but championing some sort of a way to edit after you hit the join button, because I think we've all been really frustrated that you can do it in territory war and not in GAC. I absolutely love this. I think this is one of the best quality of life updates in a heck of a long time in this game. I'm calling it straight up. That's what it is. I'm really, really impressed with that. Edit the teams feature, fellas. So you can obviously set, basically, it looks like you can set preset teams, ready to go for those that just like keeping the same team all the time. You can save a loadout, basically, of all your teams to put on defense. Good idea. I like it for many players out there that can't be bothered setting teams time and time again.
I really enjoy it. Like for me on my alt account, I can just have, my squads loaded in and I can just click and be like, okay, I'm just going to go set those and I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about it auto setting or whatever. I know that it's going to just grab those teams I have saved and set them.
Yeah, absolutely agree. Lego, your thoughts as well, mate? You like that one?
Yeah, it's probably another one that I personally won't use because most of my defenses are set based off of the opponent that I face in the round.
Of course.
Right.
But for someone that doesn't particularly want to do that, it's just set a generic board, and then if you get busy on on defense day, you're going to have at least a semi decent defense that's going to be played.
Yeah. You're going to have something on defense more than
this is the thing.
Yeah.
For me, for instance, you're right. We like deciding our own teams to put in there, but say, for instance, it's late at night and we've done our remodding and territory war battles have come up, and then you completely forget to go back and do your GAC defense teams, right? This is just a hypothetical. If you have a pre-saved, loadout that's pretty solid, not generic, but pretty balanced, at least you got something saved there instead of auto setting. I mean, let's be honest, we want to cut out the auto set, don't we? Because that is disgusting. It really is.
Yeah, it's disgusting. You never want to see an auto set because it's limiting both people being able to play. You don't want to attack it because it's just gross to have to attack.
Correct.
And then if you auto set, what are you going to use to attack with? You don't have anything left.
Correct.
So you're both discouraged from playing the game mode where you get your crystals from. That's a lose-lose.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely. No, could not agree more. Fellas, let's move on to the next one. Razor Crest is getting some love, which is pretty cool. We definitely need to talk about that. Razor Crest is moving to the Fleet Arena store, and of course, surprise in shipments. But at least he's accessible now, guys. I think this has got to be a good thing. Razor Crest is a pretty damn fine ship, especially if you've got Executor. Even at low stars, Razor Crest makes a huge difference, doesn't it, boys?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, definitely.
Love it. Straight up.
Definitely. Yep. But obviously,
Razor
you haven't.
I mean, you got to have it to get at the ship, and then, I mean, it really makes it tick.
Yeah. Spot on. Absolutely.
I mean, we all see how to counter Executor, and when you take out Razor Crest, it's so much easier to beat the ship.
Are you guys happy that it's going in the Fleet Arena store? Are you happy with putting it there? Would you have preferred it like in a Fleet node, or like, is there anywhere else you would have liked it, or are you happy with where they put it?
Personally, I'm okay with it because I'm not in like this huge crunch of having to buy Zetas every single time that I can.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm sitting on a pretty decent hoard, so like, I got a bunch of ship currency that I can spend on it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I think it's cool.
Yep.
I think it's nice. It's definitely making it more accessible for early game because it's a lot easier to buy stuff out of the Fleet Arena store than it is necessarily to beat those fleet hard nodes early on in the game. If you have, if you don't have all the fleets built up, and then Razor Crest can help you, get through those to get your Houndstooth and whatever unlocked and going.
Absolutely. Let's move on, boys, and talk about the Scavenger. But I'm going to bring this up because this is something, as far as quality of life for me personally, I find this absolutely brilliant. I'm gonna bring my game up here quickly, and let me show you exactly what I mean by that. Okay, so let me just bring it up here quickly. So I have my account up here ready to go, and here at the moment, in my roster, I have two characters in here. Okay, so these two characters, Lobot and Ugnaught. Okay, I use them here. I do not, of course, farm them up. I get the Mark 7 Boar armor mod. I basically
What do you mean?
that...
You don't have a Relic 5 Ugnaught? What are you even doing?
Being a normal player.
Not by choice, but I need it. But the idea is that that, of course, crafts the heat sinks, if I'm correct, fellas, the heat sinks in the Scavenger. Once they're fully crafted. I also have the Ugnaught as well. Which I have the drain plugs are for that. Sorry, my mistake. The other ones are for the let's see here, can't remember off the top of my head. Give me a second and I'll bring it up here.
Is that for Bronzians?
No, the transistors.
Chromium.
Transistors. Yeah, so the transistors. So basically, I keep those to farm gear to put into basically scrapping transistors and heat sinks. That's their job. That's all they do. Straight up. Screen size is off because Heinz is an idiot. That is nothing new. But I'm sorry, guys, but you get the point. The point is that I use them to basically scrap stuff. You won't need to do that now. You can scrap fully crafted gear from this store. You don't need to keep a character and use it to farm stuff. That is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely thrilled about that, and I think this has been
I'm surprised it's taken this long
yeah
for that to come to the game.
Yeah, bring this immediately. It's something that certainly will make my life a heck of a lot easier. It really will. So all of a sudden I'm going to do this right now while we're here. So Ugnaught, I don't need to do that now. I'm going to take him out of my favorites list because I don't need him in there to farm anything anymore. And I'm going to take Lobot out as well. Lobot's coming out. I'm going to take him out of my favorites list because they're not useful. I don't need them to farm gear anymore, which is pretty damn good.
Poor Lobot.
So pretty happy with that. So I can only farm him if I actually want to. That's a cool thing. Let us know in the comments below. Are you happy about that change? I certainly am. Guys, let us know what you guys use to farm and scrap gear for relic materials. Let us know what characters you guys use. Be really, really interested to hear about it. I really would. But I mean, you can scrap, relic materials, fellas. You can do that. You can now scrap gear, which is really, really cool. You can't scrap mods though, but I know a guy that can help you if you're struggling though.
Hey you. Yes, you. It's time to make you an offer that you just can't refuse. Pimpo's Account Services is the mod father who has helped countless players in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. You can get your account remodded or build your account to be the most successful in all game modes. He's the man when it comes to understanding mods. If you don't use Pimpo, you're gonna get whacked. If you're interested in a full account remod, hit up Pimpo today via email at pimpomodfather@gmail.com or head to Discord at Pimpo #9337. Pimpo, he'll make you an offer on your mods you can't refuse, or you'll sleep with the fishes.
And we're back, guys. We're back, ready to go. Go see our boy Pimpo. He's absolute superstar supporting the Knight Brothers here. Absolute legend. Thank you so much for all your support, mate. We really, really appreciate it. Mod of the week, fellas. We've only got one today.
Yeah, show them the one that I got.
We've got one.
Finally.
What do you
I got
mean you only
something.
got one?
We got one mod of the week today. This
I
one
got
here,
one.
our boy Lego has
Well,
the
did
mod
you
of the
send
week.
yours?
Also, the one I rolled 2 days ago doesn't
Oh,
matter.
they don't count.
Where's that? Where'd you
Oh.
put that one in this?
I don't know,
20,
just
that 29 speed doesn't count.
No,
That
29 speed's
29
not important.
speed, yeah, oh, that 29 speed is shit.
Doesn't
Yeah,
count.
it's fucking
No,
horrible.
that was 2
Yeah,
days
you
ago.
should only-
It
you should
wasn't
only look
today.
for mods at
All right.
3,
All right,
18 and
shut up.
3-year-olds.
All
It's
right, here's
terrible.
your mod. All right, okay, so it went to
Alright, so
24
just
speed.
Fucking show off my shit.
Tenacity Square went to 24. He then
That's
bumped it
Legos.
again.
No, that's yours.
He bumped it again all the
And
way,
then this is
baby,
you.
and it went to +5, 29 speed. Potency
You suck,
Square.
Hirsch.
That is beautiful stuff. The crit chance on it as well, 7% crit chance. That's pretty damn nice as
Beautiful,
well.
man.
But 29 speed, mate, that is absolutely fantastic.
That's a hot mod.
Lego rolled one as well. He's got this one here.
It's
We got a tenacity
Find
mod.
them mods.
Here's
3
a good one.
rolls at
This is-
18 speed.
This one's getting rolled again.
This one's getting rolled again. So this
This is
one's
definitely getting
22
rolled again.
plus. There's a chance of another roll. That could go to 28. If everything
28.
goes well,
Fingers crossed.
it could
This is
go
a-
to
this is a-
28.
The only thing it
come on,
doesn't
guys,
have is the tenacity, but
It's
I'm
easy
fine.
in chat. Guys in chat, come on, just turn on your mod APK. You hit all the
Oh,
mods. Come on.
don't say that, you
don't
idiot.
say that.
I'm
Mod-
kidding. I'm
Oh, my
kidding.
God.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't listen to Hershey. He's
Hershey's
a-
been in Muppet.
It's all about finding them mods that are 3 rolls. at 18 speed.
Hershey's
Hit them
being what we call in
min-maxes.
Australia an arse clown. Do not touch an APK.
Find them.
You'll
find
get
them
booted.
high rolls.
You'll get found out and
Yeah,
you'll get
you're right.
booted. Don't do dumb stuff. Just don't do it, guys.
Don't
Certainly
do dumb
not
shit.
worth it. Don't do dumb shit. That's
Hey,
my job.
Hey, Z's right though. The only cheating I do is on my sisters with my cousins.
Okay, moving right along. Oh my god.
Grand Inquisitor.
Grand
coming.
Inquisitor is coming to the game, guys, and this guy's going to be epic. It's been a while since we've had a legendary. It's been a while since a legendary has actually popped up. I'm pretty thrilled about this. I think it's pretty
Bam's the
cool.
last legendary.
It's all happening. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a long time between drinks since we got ourselves a legendary. But Inquisitor, I mean, he looks like he's going to be something else. He really is. From what we're seeing, guys, obviously focusing on the purge mechanic. They're talking about him taking down Galactic Legends. I mean, that is crazy in Territory Wars. I think, if I'm right, because it's. I assume it's going to be Territory Wars, because all the other Omicrons so far have all been Territory War based. Is that right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah, that is crazy. It really is. So there's more
I'm
info
all for
coming
it,
on
man.
that. He looks good. They picked the right model for the Inquisitor.
I'll
Correct.
tell you what,
Hirsch?
his artwork looks good in this one. Nothing like the trailer.
Yeah, what's going on with the one in the trailer? We haven't talked about that, but there's something.
That's a whole different topic. Now,
Yeah.
honestly, I'm really excited. So, I'm interested to see too. They say there's going to be 6 of them, so there's going to be 5 Inquisitors plus this Grand Inquisitor.
Yeah.
So I'm interested in what other ones they're going to bring. You know,
What-
they have a few options out there.
What's your guess?
It's what, the 5th
I mean,
brother? Isn't that the next one?
I'd-
The one that
I'd
goes.
probably
with the,
say 5th brother, the one with the hat, because he's always
Yeah.
with the 7th sister.
Yeah.
they were
he
Rebels
he
working
has
together.
to be one of the next ones.
I'd
I
imagine,
don't
yeah.
really know what
I'd
the
imagine
next.
so.
Not sure what the last one's going to be. but they did say you needed 5 of them to then get to go into the legendary. So
Yeah, exactly.
There we go.
Yeah.
Straight up. It's interesting. I mean, it's strange that you need 5 to get him though, because I mean,
That's just a normal legendary.
yeah, that's a normal.
yeah,
legendary.
I guess so. I just think lineup wise, I mean, you're gonna have one that's really sitting out in the wind, right? Because I mean, you're gonna use Grand Inquisitor, and then you're gonna have 4 other support characters. So one of them is actually not going to be used.
Could be Reva from the Kenobi show. That's what
Oh, that could
I'm
be
thinking.
cool.
Or third sister potentially too.
Yeah, there's certainly some options there. Reva would be cool. It'd be great.
Guessing we're
I mean,
gonna
it
find
would
out
be
soon.
kind of ironic that the 5th brother would be the 5th one they release.
Yeah, true,
Uh-huh.
true. Interesting stuff. But I guess, yeah, I mean, they're made to chop and change, aren't they? So I guess maybe the whole idea is depending on what you're going to take on will depend on what lineup you use. I assume
Yeah,
that's
well, you
gonna be the
needed
case.
5 for Bam, and Cara Dune goes with Mon Mothma.
Who knows? Maybe
got a
they
point.
bring out some purge troopers. Go with some of the other ones.
Oh, that could be fun. I like that. That sounds
Excited
pretty
about
hot.
some purge troopers, son.
Ooh,
Purge Trooper would
I
be
like
really
that.
good.
I like that a
Yeah.
lot, fellas. That sounds pretty damn fine to me. But hey, taking out a GL, and it's going to be a GL Jedi, of course. What's your take, guys? Is it going to take out Kenobi or is it going to take out Luke?
I think it'll take out JMK without Cat.
JMK without Cat. Ooh, interesting.
I reckon they're going to take both of them out.
You reckon both of them?
They're gonna take both?
Yeah, I reckon in certain comps they're going to take both of them out.
Wow. All right, guys, get in the comments below. Let me know who Grand Inquisitor is going to take out. We know it's going to take out a Galactic Legend. Our boy Doge just said it. So, guys, let us know which one you think it's going to take down. One or both. Let us know. Be really, really cool to hear. One other thing, guys, that we do need to talk about to finish off on before we get down to the hot topic, because we do have a hot topic again this week, an absolute sizzler. So we're going to
hottest
come
of the
back to
hot.
this one.
It's almost as hot as Padme.
But we do almost as hot as Padme.
Close.
So we need to talk about Padme. So guys, just again another FYI. Now that of course the Mace rework is in game, we are getting reports, of course, that the actual event for Padme, which has Mace in the supporting lineup, so you're using Separatists to take out the Padme team to unlock Padme, is a heck of a lot harder than it used to be. Now, of course, post rework. Now, guys, Hirsch, I'm going to start with you, mate. Is this a fair thing? Should it have been left as it was, or is that just, hey, that's just bad luck? Like,
I think it's not
Okay.
intended.
Yeah, they came out today and said that they're looking into it. They'll put up.
Yeah.
okay, cool, beautiful. All right, well, look, don't look into it. Just revert it back to the way it was. I mean, seriously.
Well, they came out and said that they didn't have any intention of changing any existing PVE stuff.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
it was
I
just
think-
a bit of
I
an
think it was
might have
just,
been an oversight.
Yeah.
I
I think they'll revert him back to his old kit for the event.
Yeah,
I
so
think they should.
Conquest and all that that's like ever evolving is meant to change.
Yep.
But any of the
Yeah, the set
what's it
PVE
called?
content.
the
yeah.
PVE, the
Yeah, they're supposed to stay
yeah, like-
consistent.
yeah, so either TB or any of the journey guide stuff that has Mace in it
Yep.
should still
Yeah.
stay
Oh,
the
God,
same.
yeah.
So they need
that's
to
a good
fix it. I
point.
mean, for those that have got Padme already, and then for the newer players, and remember that we want to fast track these new players
Yeah.
coming through,
Unfortunately,
right?
it's going to be bugged for a little bit. It'll be fixed shortly.
It absolutely needs to be. Absolutely, 100%. So, guys, yeah. If CG, if you're listening, maybe, love you guys. Mwah. Please, if you can look into it, but don't look into it, just fix it. Put it back to the way it was. That
They'll
would be
fix it
fantastic.
soon. They said they're going to fix it.
That would be
Just
great. All right,
Give
hot
them
topic.
time.
Hot topic, boys. Hot topic is back. We do this every week lately, and again, it's gotten some really interesting attention. It's gotten some really, really interesting debates, some mass debates going on. Yes, I said on purpose in the comments in the YouTube videos as well. So this one is no different. We are going to talk about today the top ranked lightsaber duels in Star Wars movies, right? Our history, actually, because it's TV shows as well, right? So we're actually going to cover those. We're going to go through them all now. So Hershey has given me his list. We're going to start with Hershey's list first. So we're going to get
so
down
go
to
ahead and pull
it.
my
Guys,
list up there.
we definitely want your opinion on this list or any of these lists because we've all done one. So the first one is, of course, S tier, hot off the press, is our boy, of course, Anakin and Kenobi facing off.
I
on
mean, I'll
Mustafar.
run down my top 5. Of course, number 1, Anakin versus Obi-Wan from Episode 3.
Mhm.
Simple. just hands down. Nope, nothing else to say. Number 2 is Duel of the Fates. I mean, how do you not? That was like what got me into Star Wars when I was a child. And then number 3 is actually, it might be a little different for some people than myself. It's actually Vader versus Ahsoka in Rebels. That one just really hit me. Very emotional, very well done. Number 4 was Yoda versus Dooku. Really, that whole scene of Dooku versus the Jedi in that little, alcove. That just again was one of the things from the childhood that I remember like seeing in theaters and just brings back a lot of sentimental value. And then number 5, of course, got to be Luke versus Vader in Episode 6. I mean, it's iconic Star Wars. I don't know what gets more iconic for Star Wars. Luke in his whole black outfit, the green saber. I don't know. That's me. That's what hits for me.
I like it.
The one that's missing, though, the problem for me that would be up there in S tier that they don't have on this list is the Ahsoka versus Maul.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. And this is the thing, guys. This is the list that's live at the moment. So straight up, we're going off the information, the data that we can get our hands on to show you guys. But yeah, Ahsoka Maul is definitely up there. So there's the list straight up, right through. Interesting, The Force Awakens at the bottom. I didn't think it was too bad, but that one, Hirsch, is surprising to me.
I just kind of found them a little boring. No. It's not that like I didn't really enjoy them. It's not that I don't like movies or whatever. I just, comparing them to the other ones, they just weren't as exciting lightsaber fights.
Essentially, it just honestly it didn't really make any sense. Like it's like literally like the first time she's picked up a lightsaber and she's taking on someone like a kid picking up a stick that's had training for like 20 years. It's like, like this shouldn't even make any sense.
Yeah,
that's why it was. And if you move on to my list, mine are the same. Mine are down the bottom. It just.
Let's move on to yours, Lego. So do you want to run through it, mate? Let everyone know where you're at.
Yeah, I'll run through it quickly. I'll do the same. So I'll just do the top 5. So obviously, same 2 top S tiers. And I was going to throw the Ahsoka versus Maul in season 7 of Clone Wars. I think they're easily the top 3.
Mm-hmm.
The top 3 lightsaber duels. Obviously, they're the newer movies, so they had the better choreography. So
better choreography, better technology.
Just way better than the OG, movies where,
waving the stick around.
We're just, just looking at each other. I'm like, yep, I've got this stick.
Yeah, you're a master of evil.
Watch out. And then same thing. I got Ahsoka versus Darth Vader. Pretty much my basically all of my top 5 are pretty much the same. I've thrown in Yoda versus Sidious and Anakin, Kenobi, and the Dooku battle as well as one of the top ones. But to be honest, there are so many. There is good lightsaber duels in Star Wars. So
it's hard to rank.
You could find a reason to put yours in. Put one in the top 5, like for all of them. So
yeah, absolutely. I'm going to
hard to narrow it down.
I'm going to bring in my list here, and mine's a little bit more balanced. I've got a few in here. So again, of course, mine's a bit different to the boys. It certainly is. Anakin, of course, and Kenobi. Duel of Fate's in there as well. I have the OG. Vader and old Ben match up also up there because that was like, whoa, this is badass back in the day when I watched it when I was a kid. And then, of course, I actually do have The Force Awakens up there. That one stirred my emotion again for lightsaber duels. It really did. Visually, it looks stunning with the whole snow background. They just glowed. It looked great. And look, I mean, whilst it did make a lot of sense, some other lightsaber duels in Star Wars, some of them didn't make a lot of sense either. So I don't think really that's too much of a factor for me anyway. I thought A tier, I certainly had Dooku and Yoda pairing off. When Yoda pulled the jacket back and the lightsaber, force grab, I thought, oh, this is going to be cool. So I had it right up there because that was pretty badass. Kenobi and Grievous. Hello there. Enough said. Move on straight up. Anakin duel was cool. The OG, of course, episode 6 is right up there as well. I had in my opinion, I had Ahsoka and Vader a little bit lower. I still liked it, but it wasn't as amazing to me as the rest. It just didn't, stick with me as much. That's all. Kenobi Maul was awesome. Loved that. Who didn't? It was pretty cool. Again, Episode 5, Empire Strikes Back. The whole movie's fantastic, but I just felt the lightsaber duel was a bit meh. I didn't find it incredible. Maybe I was expecting more. I don't know. Qui-Gon Maul on the sand, too CGI heavy. It was pretty bad. It really was. I've got the Last Jedi one a little bit lower, only because technically I don't think it was a fight. He was just sort of floating around there, and I don't actually see it as an actual duel. That's just me. He wasn't there, so he was kind of there, but not really. So I just don't see that was. Dooku fight, of course, in Episode 3, the early one, it was a bit, whatever. I could take it or leave it. It was just okay. Palpatine and Mace, unfortunately, was a bit, really, it was just a bit, artistically, it wasn't great for me. Same thing, of course, with Yoda and Palps. Just, it was okay, but nothing to write home about. And the Vader one, of course, against our boy Kanan and Ezra. I just didn't love it. It just didn't strike me as anything super, super amazing. But that's just my opinion.
So basically, what I'm pulling is I don't think the animated fights hit you as well.
Probably not as much.
I don't think they have the same.
I think certainly the artistic ones and the real life, the real motion capture ones. Yeah, I think that they to me resonated more. But I'm a bit older than you boys, so that's just what I grew up on.
No, ain't nothing wrong with it. That's just what I'm seeing. Like
straight up. Yeah.
I liked a lot of the animated fights. I like the Rebels, and I
didn't hate them. I just didn't resonate to me as much. That's all. But they weren't terrible. I mean, there's no bad one on the list. As soon as the lightsaber comes out, boys, it's badass. It's game on. Let's be honest. But it's hard to rank, straight up. So, guys, let us know in the comments below. Another hot topic for this week, of course. Absolutely hot as always. And yes, I would have also had Ahsoka Maul right up near the top. It wasn't an option on the list, guys. We all know where that one stands. Guys, let us know in the comments below, please. Hit that subscribe button. Hirsch and Lego, boys, absolutely fantastic. We'll be back again next week, recording this live on Twitch. Galactic Legend Heinzie, don't miss it. Heck of a lot of fun. We'll be back there as we push for a Relic 9 Chief Nebbit. See you next week, boys. Love ya. Bye.
We're getting close.